Welcome to this information webinar for employers and rising star categories of the National Apprenticeship Awards 2022. This webinar will include hints and tips on completing an application. My name is Steve Jenkins. I'm Senior Manager for the National Apprenticeship Awards at the Department for Education. This is information webinar number 1 for the employer and rising star categories. There is another webinar available that you can listen to for the apprentice and apprentice champion categories. During this webinar, we will look at the different categories and regional areas for the National Apprenticeship Awards, how the awards recognise excellence in business and learners, and that entering is a win-win situation, what the benefits are of both entering and winning, and what the judges are looking for, and then finally, what further support is available. There are 3 employer awards that are categorised by employee headcount. The Rising Star category was launched in 2018, and that enables employers to nominate an apprentice who is a rising star. There are 3 learner categories that are based on the level of apprenticeship they are completing. Also, the champion category is open to individuals who go above and beyond to champion apprenticeships and advocate for apprenticeships. The apprentice champion category is initially by nomination, which will come from a colleague or contact who recognises the champion's champion credentials. The champion themselves would then continue to complete the entry form. Providers can help the entrant apply online for the apprentice, champion and employer categories. An apprentice can only apply in one category, i.e. entry in Apprentice of the Year excludes entry to Apprentice Champion. The final of the 9 categories is the Employer Recruitment Excellence category. The winner of this category is drawn from all employers that have applied forward through to the Employer of the Year categories. There are 9 regional areas. Your entry will be allocated using the postcode you provide in the entry form. For the majority of employers, this would be your head office location. However, you can apply to any region provided you have an apprenticeship presence in that region. The regional areas are also the same as the apprentice ambassador regions. Now we take a look at the employer category winners from 2021. Last year's employer winners were Landa Automotive, who won the SME Employer of the Year category. LabCorp, who are from the Yorkshire and Humber region, won the Recruitment Excellence Award. Wakefield Metropolitan District Council won the Large Employer of the Year Award. And finally, JC Bamford won the Macro Employer of the Year Award. All winners and highly commended from 2021 can be found on the gov.uk website. So what are the benefits of entering and winning? Well, as well as the recognition for winning throughout the year and beyond, winners are known to benefit in other ways. Employer and apprentice winners often receive extensive coverage across the media, such as radio and TV interviews, press coverage, advertising campaigns. Previous national employer winners have featured in national campaigns for apprenticeships and other products. Case studies which can be used when speaking to organisations about engaging with apprenticeships, and also past winners have features on social media content. You should also know that even if the application isn't chosen as a finalist, it could still be considered for niche media requests. Winners have been invited in the past to join advisory boards, ambassadorial groups and task forces. Also, winners have been asked to speak at different events. These can have included the House of Commons, Buckingham Palace, also local schools and employers. So there are many reasons and benefits of entering the National Apprenticeship Awards every year. But here are two of our winners from last year in 2021. Firstly, we'll hear from Anita Davenport-Brooks from Lander Automotive, and then move on to Alex Longley from Wakefield Metropolitan District Council.
As an employer, we decided to apply for the Apprenticeship Awards to obtain recognition for our apprenticeship programme, but also recognition for our employees that support the programme and the apprentices themselves on the programme that have developed and grown and become fantastic members of our Lander family, and also to recognise that the programme is not just about apprenticeships and apprentices, but it's all about the growing and developing our own employees as well to achieve the best that they can achieve. The benefits of winning the award for the business has been greater recognition for the programme itself. Organisations want to learn from us. That's large and small organisations, but also training providers are really keen to work with us, and also apprentices are really keen to obtain opportunities within the business, and those that want to join the apprenticeship scheme have heard that it's an award-winning apprenticeship scheme and they want to be part of that. My top tips for employers that want to apply this year for the National Apprenticeship Awards is be honest about your programme, be clear about what you do, be clear about how you engage with the employees, and also what apprentices mean to your business, by making sure that you put across that they're there to learn, they're there to earn, they're also there to help you grow your business as well, and also to grow the diversity within your business.
Thanks to Anita. Now we hear from Alex Longley at Wakefield Metropolitan District Council.
Hi, I'm Alex Longley from Wakefield Council, winner of last year's Large Employer of the Year. We saw these prestigious awards as an opportunity to reflect on what we had achieved and benchmark ourselves against other organisations from all sectors, not just the public sector. We support apprenticeships wherever we can and use our national award-winning status in every promotion possible, showcasing Wakefield as an employer of choice. Winning the award was recognition to everyone from across the organisation who was involved in making the programme the very best it can be. In some cases, the award helped us to generate new interest and new placements internally, giving us even more opportunities for the people of Wakefield. And the award has taken its pride of place in the trophy cabinet in our town hall.
Thanks again to Anita and to Alex. So moving on then to what are judges looking for? Well, with regards to applications, many applications fall out of the process early on due to the lack of evidence provided. You need to give strong and concrete examples of how exceptional you are. Higher scores are awarded to those who prove they are clearly better than the average. Entering the awards is certainly not a time to be modest. Another popular reason for applications falling out of the process is because applicants don't give a baseline. Think about it in this way. If an application states a 50% improvement during the last 12 months, 50% actually equates to 0 if nothing is provided as a baseline. You should also consider that the applications are sifted by independent assessors that do not know anything about your apprenticeship programme. It's important you don't assume that they do. Insider information is not allowed during the panels either. The judges are only permitted to make decisions based upon the content provided in the application. So the main point here is to remember to include everything pertinent and evidence it. The judges want to feel that the apprenticeship is a journey, not a destination, so that provide clarity about the future. So for example, employers, tell us about your apprentice business plans and your targets. I know this all seems obvious, but these are the main reasons why applications don't make it through the judging panels. For the Rising Star category, talk about your key achievements to date. State your ownership of the development of your development and why you are an exemplar. Remember to include tangibles, metrics, and other evidence to back up claims made in your application. To support you in entering the awards in 2022, here are some of the key dates. The application window for the awards will be open until the 1st of July. During August, we will assess and moderate the entries, and then regional judging panels will take place in September. Regional ceremonies will take place from the 4th to the 20th of October, and I'm pleased to say that regional ceremonies will again be face-to-face. For the last 2 years, due to COVID restrictions, regional ceremonies have taken place online. However, we're now able to go back out to the 9 regional areas to conduct regional ceremonies and announce regional winners. National judging will take place in November, and the national event is booked for the Londoner Hotel at Leicester Square in London on Wednesday, the 30th of November. Here, all national winners will be announced, plus 2 highly commended for each of the 9 categories. You may also find it useful to understand the different stages of the awards. After the awards close for entries, the awards team do a bit of housekeeping. They check applications are complete and if there are any administrative errors. The assessment stage is completed by a team of independent assessors who score responses against the criteria based on the questions. Remember, they are looking for evidence to base your claims on. The 5 highest scoring applicants are identified and passed through to the regional judging panel. The panels look at the entries, debate them and select the finalists. Regional panel awards up to 1 winner and 1 highly commended for each judging region. All regional winners progress through to the national judging panel, and all will be invited to the national ceremony, where, as already mentioned, 1 national winner and 2 highly commended will be announced for each region. So further support is available on the appawards.co.uk website. Key documents, including the application forms and other supporting documents, are hosted on this website. There is also a help desk number and an email account that questions can be asked either on the phone or by email. And finally then, we move on to some of the frequently asked questions. Question: are the awards free to enter? Answer: yes, they are. Question: as an employer, can I nominate my apprentice? Answer: an employer can help an apprentice to complete their entry. If you want to be able to start inputting the answers for the apprentice, you would need their own login to complete. Please register as an employer and then set up an account via your registration for the apprentice. You're able to register multiple apprentices via this route. An apprentice can enter both the Apprentice of the Year, and the employer can also nominate them in the Rising Star category. Important: you cannot send a reference request to the same account email used to register your account. You can contact the helpline for further information if this proves problematic. Question: can anyone nominate an apprentice champion? Answer: mainly yes. The only restriction is that you shouldn't nominate a direct line manager or gain financially as a result of the nomination. Question 4. How many evidence documents can I add to my entry? Answer: you are only allowed to upload 1 evidence document. This allows you to include charts, tables or graphs to help demonstrate metrics such as statistics. There is a word count of 250 words for apprentice and employer categories and a maximum file size of 3 MB. Question: how do I know what judging region to select? For employer entries, this is based on an organisation's address, often the address of the head office or where the majority of apprentices are based. Question: how many entries can I submit? Only one entry is allowed per employer organisation. If you are a multi-sited organisation, your entry will be allocated to the regional judging panel based upon the postcode of your organisation as given on the entry form. As I said earlier, this is usually the location of the head office or the site where the majority of the apprenticeship training takes place. There is no limit to the total number of apprentice or champion entries from one organisation. Question number 7. What happens to my entry after I submit it online? Following the closing date, as already mentioned, the admin team make various administration checks. Then the entries go through the judging process. And finally, question 8. I submitted an entry last year. Do I need to complete the whole form or just the resubmission part? Answer: you will need to complete the whole form due to the change in criteria. You will also need to complete the resubmission question in the entry form. These are frequently asked questions. There are, of course, many other questions that will be raised during the application process. Please do use the application, the awards application email address or phone number to ask any further questions. The number is on this final slide, as is the email address, and it is also listed, as is all other information, including application forms, on the App Awards website. Thank you for your time and good luck in the applications for National Apprenticeship Awards 2022.